everybody. This is Lou here from the Applebite crew. We're here with Mauri and his amazing artwork.
Thank you.
Well, let's start. Let's hit the ground running.
Do I talk into the mic right there? Okay, cool.
Apologize.
Just making sure.
So, you said you like the, how can I put this? The weird style of art.
Honestly, yeah, I like the weird style. You know, that's just my personal preference because I feel like, you know, just the more weird it looks, the more people will be interested in it, the more people will...
It is eye-catching.
The thing I get most from people who are just like, what's wrong with you? Like, people are just like, what's wrong with that? Like, why are you into stuff like that? And yeah, honestly, you know, someone's gonna like it. And, you know, it's just very eye-popping. And if you could see here from, like, the thick lines here, it allows the characters to really, like, stand out on top of, you know, the weird backgrounds and the saturated colors. So, you know, just that eye-catching, it almost gives it, like, a pop art feel, which I feel is kind of nice. But, yeah, particularly, I just like that weird, exaggerated style. It just looks, it's the most fun to draw.
I see your sign says custom artwork. Do you do, like, let's say I asked for Eon Flux or something not on the table?
Yeah, because they're very contrasting styles, but yeah, I could do something like that. So, like, would you say me doing that particular style, or would you say, like, Aeon Flux in the weird style? Like, what would you say?
It's like the versatility of your skill.
Yeah, honestly, because the way I see it, if you want to do your own style, you need to know a lot of other styles. Like, you can't just start drawing cartoons. You gotta do realism, you gotta do portraits, stuff like that, sculptures, literally anything, because if you're influenced by many different things, you know, it's gonna allow you to hone your skills to different stuff, and then once you have that mentality and that mindset to start doing other things, that's when you start to get more comfortable with what you want to do and just what you feel is right. And I feel like, honestly, I feel like that would be the best way to convey your own style, I'd say.
When you draw your work, are you traditional pencil and paper, or are you transitioning through the digital?
I do both.
Okay.
So the original stuff here, that's India ink and like Copic markers and things like that. It's always good to have different materials, I'd say, because like if you look here, these are way more like well put together, and you know there's a lot going on. The digital mediums, I feel, you know, they'd stand out. Like, they're really good for posters, and I think that's one of the reasons people are buying that. Yeah, like that right there. Like, there's so much going on, so much good shading and luminance, and that's fun to do. And if I could pull this out right here. Sorry, I'm very cluttered right now, but everything's done. People will know what these are. Trying to get this in. You all know what this is? The iPad Pro. All the stuff you see here, it was made with this iPad Pro here, an app called Procreate. And essentially with Procreate, see, there's a lot going on, it looks very contrasted, it looks very effective, and these only take like 20 minutes to do. And that's what's great about the digital medium, is that it's not only going to look good, but it also, you know, it's quick to do. So, you know, all these different things, all these different styles, everything. See, there's sketches, and that's why it's great to do both, because not only can you do the traditional stuff and have all the great, you know, that effectiveness of originality, you can also still have the opportunity to make posters and all this bold stuff. So, yeah, that's...
Well, which do you prefer?
Working? Those, because they're just really quick to do. But every now and then, like, it's always just great to just, you know, take out your brushes and your markers and everything and just, you know, just to make a bold thing. So, you know, they're very different from one another, but, you know, it just really depends on what you're making.
All right. Well, my kids are getting into the art world. Do you have any preferences to material that you're using? Tombow? Because I see you have Tombow there.
The Tombow pens I use for my signature. That's all I use for, because I like to have a brush sharp look. So like, as you can see there, that was influenced by a Tombow thing. But for inking, if I could pull them out here, the brand I use is Faber-Castell. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
For the thick lining, I use this brush pen right here. See, it's a little worn out from what you can see, but Yeah, that's what I do for things like that because it's real India ink, and the India ink is it's really the most effective ink you can use. It's the most bold. It prints well. So yeah, mostly, and I have different sizes here. This is primarily what I use for my inking, and for coloring. Copic markers. Without a doubt, use Copic markers. They're expensive, but they're effective. Things like, if I could pull a good one from here. Like this piece right here, this Stimpy. This was my first time using Copics, and it just looks so bold and saturated, and the blending's nice. So they're pricey, but if you want good quality, these are the best way to go, I'd say.
No, I can't complain. The results look amazing.
Yes.
I'm just now getting into the Copics. We got my son a bunch, and I got to get used to it.
Yeah.
I'm a big Faber-Castell Tombow fan myself.
There's somewhere back here the Copic markers, but those big 72 packs, $300. That ate at me, but still, it's effective and it's nice and they're good to have.
So how'd you get started? Was like a friend in school asked you, hey, can you draw me Ren and Stimpy? Or you bored one day and just got into it?
Like, how did I get into art?
This particular, what led you up to this point here? With, say, redrawing the cartoon characters, Stimpy, Simpsons, the whole works.
Honestly, me here today, I'd say it was me just being influenced by so many talented people. And not only that, but also this mindset that I had that I feel like I should do this. I feel like I've been doing this a long time. I feel confident. I think it's time to get my stuff out there. I don't know what's going to happen.
Like this is where you belong?
Yeah, essentially. And, I want people to see what I'm into, what the potential I have is, and just to see. But yeah, really the best way I could say it, this was all out of necessity. Like, I needed to do this. I feel like it was time. And, from what I could see today and all the people, like, I see people going around looking, like, they're mesmerized. Like, I get looks from kids, nostalgic grown-ups saying, oh, I love that show, oh, I like that. And, it gives me that feeling, like, I guess if I make at least one person feel like they enjoyed what I made or enjoyed what they saw, that's when I know, like, okay, I did a good job. I think I could do this again maybe. But yeah, honestly, the motivation I have, and I think this could go for every artist, person watching this, anybody who's wants to do something, really just do it out of necessity. Because if you don't do it, you're not going to get anything from it. Just tell yourself, like, yeah, I think I need to do this. I know I need to do this, and you just do it. Because when you have that mindset, because there are going to be procrastinators out there who are just like, yeah, I can't do this, or like, oh, I can't do it, maybe tomorrow, just do it. Literally just have the mindset that you need to do it, you know you can do it, because I'm only 16 years old. I'm probably one of the youngest people here. I'm a huge little fish out of water, but honestly, like, I feel like I did amazing just because I had the mentality to do so.
Well, it's a lot to say here. At 16, you already have a table side by side with Sean Chen and some other amazingly great artists.
I can't explain it. It's amazing just to be sandwiched between like all these brilliant people and all these people who have worked for years and done all these different things, all these creations, and right here. But yeah, it's a mesmerizing feeling, really, just to be with all these heroes and all these people you're influenced by. There are moments where you feel like you're not good enough for it, but yeah, honestly, it's just.
Are you like aiming to end up in the comic world or maybe the cartoon world? Maybe doing Ren and Stimpy comics?
When I'm older, I'd like to create my own stuff. Particularly, I'd like to work in animation, and I was always influenced by all the old stuff like Hanna-Barbera, Cartoon Network, all that amazing stuff. And I've always wondered, like, this, if I can create something, if I can get my own thing out there, at least one thing, that's when I know I've accomplished what I needed to do.
Okay. Do you have any of your own custom characters here you'd like to showcase real quick?
Not particularly. Really just...
Fair enough.
Because it's not what sells. What? I have them somewhere around, but today, just for selling's sake, these, I just wanted to showcase things that people would remember. But, I feel like one of the best ways to create things is doing other things and then putting your own twist on it, because I feel like that helps motivate yourself into doing your own things. Like I've done so many storyboards, so many different original stuff. I apologize they're not here today, but from what you saw before with the iPad, these are honestly just doodles that I do. Like this moose, for example. Like I like to draw an animal a day, so I like to do different things, because if you do that, I feel like it really, it motivates you. It's like, wow, I can't believe I did this in a day or something like that. So, it's just great to have that, originality to your style. So, yeah, that's basically what I had to showcase.
All right. Now, where can we find you? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook?
My Instagram right here is Snap, it's Mauri. That's basically my main source for everything. I'm posting daily. I do commissions. Prices are listed. And yeah, if you're interested, just give it a follow and,
All right. Are you on DeviantArt as well?
No.
Oh.
Nobody really uses that anymore. I don't think so.
Okay, thank you for making me feel real old. And you guys have a great one. We're here with Dom, showcasing his awesome artwork.
Thank you.
You see where you can find him. We'll see you guys around.
Thank you.
Still use DeviantArt.
No, I tried using it. Nobody ever does it
I
anymore.
use it a lot more for reference.
Yeah.
Let's say I wanted to. I think one picture I was drawing Boba Fett. I looked up a whole bunch. I was like, all right, I got some good ideas. I see the colors. I like DeviantArt.